So let's say you are trying to work with a module that you haven't done before. And yeah, for example, if you are creating a cloud formation stack using Ansible playbook, right, you are going to write the Ansible playbook just one time. You're not going to write the playbook again and again, and there is no point writing again and again. You're writing one time so that you can reuse it, right? That is the point. And I can write Ansible playbook to provision the cloud formation stack just one time, and I can reuse it. I can replace my stack with the same playbook, and that's it. It is going to execute my playbook. And when I will write it, when I go to next organization, or they will use the Ansible, or they will use the cloud formation, then only I will get an opportunity to write it. So the reason why I'm saying this, you don't need to remember any module actually. Let's say today I was asked to implement something. Hey, why don't you execute some cloud formation stack using Ansible playbook? Okay, I haven't done that before, and let me take a look. What is it? Okay, I did. Search in Google Ansible cloud formation module. Okay, they have mentioned in their documentation straight away. They have mentioned in their documentation, and I did open that current version 2.9. Okay, and this is the cloud formation module, and what it will do, it will create a cloud formation stack, delete a cloud formation stack. That's what it can do. Okay, and this synopsis, you see that launches or updates AWS cloud formation stack, waits it for its complete. Actually, when you launch the stack, it will take some time, right? So the playbook will wait until the stack has been completed. Okay, and these are the requirements. You see that Python 2.7 is a minimum requirement, Bodo core required, Bodo 3 required, Bodo required. These are the requirements for this module, this cloud formation module. Okay, remember, each and every module, they have the requirements. So you should know these are the requirements, prerequisite that needs to be installed. Okay, the next are the parameters. You see that? So these are the possible parameters. Okay, access key, secret key. If you don't provide your access key, secret key, the job is going to fail. The alternative way, you could configure your access key and secret key on the controller, right? That's what we did. Okay, and the backup delay. Okay, default 3, number of seconds to wait the next entry. They will use 3 seconds. You could increase that. You could increase the default as well. Backup max delay. That means like backup and restart again. Roll back, basically roll back and restart again, and things like that. Backup retries. I don't know what all these things, but these are the just parameters for the cloud formation actually. Okay, and create timeout, debug protocol, rollback, EC2 URL. We did not use any EC2 URL. We used region. You could use the same thing, right? And this will tell you what are the possible choice. You could increase what is the default and things like that. Okay, these are the comments. If it is mandatory, it will tell you it is mandatory. If not, it will tell you it's not mandatory. You see that? If a stack fails to form, rollback will remove. No, this one. Look at this one. URL to use EC2 connect actually, or your Incapulous cloud. I don't know what the heck is that. Ignored for modules when the region is specified. You see that? So this parameter will be ignored when the region is specified. So it's not mandatory and things like that. If it is something mandatory, let's say the role ARN is mandatory, right? For example, role ARN is mandatory, and you did not provide your role ARN in your playbook. The playbook is going to fail, and it will tell you the reason why the playbook is failing. The playbook is failing. You did not provide role ARN. Okay, let me go and insert the role ARN inside that module, and it is going to work. Remember, the playbook failed yesterday. We did not provide the region. The playbook failed. Okay, it gave us the reason, right? Like you did not provide the region. That's why the playbook has been failed. Okay, So we did insert the region and it went go, like it passed, right? Things like that. How simple is that? You see that this is a cloud formation stack is the module. You need to provide the stack name. If you are creating, present. If you are terminating, absent. That's it. And you need to provide your region, disable rollback true. This is the template. This is where you have the cloud formation stack. Okay, this is your cloud formation stack. And this is the stack name. And this is the what, and this is what. And this is the simple playbook. And this is the tag that you can update. And simple playbook to create a cloud formation stack. Right? Any questions regarding Ansible, how it works, and how you need to get the details for your troubleshooting and everything? Any questions actually?
Vishnu, in the below parameters table, it is asking for secret key and access key, right? So, which means it's asking for the IAM role?
Yes, when you create an IAM role only, you will get access key, secret key, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you are not a root user at all. So forget about the root user thing. You are not in an organization, you are not at all a root user at all. Even a root user cannot be a root user in the organization. So you need to make sure you are an IAM user. So
but actually in the Vishnu.
Yeah,
but in the below code, it is not asking for any access key or secret key for the Ansible script, right?
Yeah, they configured on the server. Let's take it that way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they configured on the controller, so you don't need to provide any access key, secret key here.
Okay, makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions, Priya? So I thought I knew that you installed Jenkins using Ansible playbook. Did you get any questions actually?
Yes, Vishnu. So when I install Jenkins, right? So for installing Jenkins, we have a list of commands, right? Like more than 3 commands, right? So for each command, I have created a separate task. Like first task, shall install Jenkins.
Actually, do you have that script open, Priya?
Yeah. Yes, Vishnu.
Okay, let me make you host. Can you share that so everybody can understand what exactly happening? Sure. Let me make you host. Yeah, you are the host now.
Okay. Yeah. Here first I have created a for installing Amazon Linux, and when I try to give the second command here itself, like without creating a new task, I have I got the compilation error, like you can't give a sequential shell command like that. So I created another task, then only it got success. Vishnu, so is it a right way, or is there any other way to
absolutely this is the only way that you can do it actually. So yeah, each command you cannot write shell commands like that. This is not a shell script, right? This is like each shell script. You could use something like and that means you are working with one shell command here and you can add one more. But this is the best way, and this is a very good way to do it. Okay.
So here the name is nothing but the command, Vishnu.
So the name is Priya. Can you run this playbook actually? Can you execute this?
Yeah, sure.
Use tab. Yeah, that's the best thing. So if I don't use that name, right? You don't have to use that name. But if I don't use that name, right, Ramya, I cannot see.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking, Vishnu. Just for our understanding, it's like a comment, right?
Yes, it's just for our for reference actually. Reference for the task actually.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah.
Priya, can you rerun the job again and let's see?
Sure. With the verbose mode or just like this?
Yeah, just like normal. Yeah, just yeah.
Yeah.
It's up to you. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that is fine. Actually, this changed, right? This changed things actually. So
Okay.
what that means is the task has been executed. So let's say, for example, if it is there already, if you see this okay localhost, right? That is green, right? Is that green?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the
Oh,
green means,
yellow. Yeah.
yeah, is this yellow okay equal to localhost?
Okay, equal to 7, you're saying?
Yeah, that's green, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So if it is like, the task already is there and it did not run the task, but it is already there. It is just skipping that thing. You will see that
Okay.
green color. If it is changing, you will see that yellow color. And if it is failing, you will see the red color with a, failed error message. Okay. That is the
Okay.
output of each and every task that you can see. You will see if, if the Ansible playbook failed at RPM import, right? The task RPM import, and you will see error message right here. It is going to fail at RPM, whatever region, okay? And
Okay.
and yesterday we discussed like, how we can pass the variables from one task to other task, right? And
Yes.
yeah, let's go and add some register for, tasks, and we will see. Can you open that
Okay.
script again? And can you increase the font size, Priya, using Control plus plus?
Um,
Control plus plus.
maybe it's yeah, inside Vim it's not working. I don't. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Open it.
No. In one task, can we give all these commands?
No, you cannot actually. You could give two commands, but you should use and sudo Amazon Linux extras install y space and sign, and you could give one more task. And sign, you could give one more task. But this is the best way to do it actually.
Okay, two ands.
Yeah, two and signs actually. Yeah, two and signs. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Priya, do this one. So you can, you can remove that, you can comment that start Jenkins task.
Okay.
Comment it, don't delete it, comment it. Yeah, the bottom one also.
Okay.
And add the command on the top task actually. Sudo yum install Jenkins -y space and sign space. Yeah, copy the command from bottom. Sudo systemctl start Jenkins. Paste it there. And space and sign. Yeah, copy the bottom one as well. Sudo systemctl enable Jenkins. And a comment this one as well.
Oh, sure. That's it, right?
Yeah. And let's add some register actually. Yeah, can you open the playbook? And we will add the register actually. So the output for the whole one task can be registered bottom of the task actually. Let's say I want to register the output of the first task, right? Can you go and add a register module? It's not a module, but register parameter. So the register parameter, you can use that register parameter for everything. It's not belongs to the module. It belongs to the task actually. So can you go under that shell on the first task?
First task. Okay.
Yeah. Enter. Yeah. Enter. Yeah. So under the shell, exact under the shell, because it doesn't belongs to that shell module actually. Yeah. type
Okay.
register, colon, space, name of the register. Okay, any name.
Okay.
Linux underscore output or something like that.
Okay.
Output. Now I want to see what you have in that register, right? You could add
Yeah.
a debug statement in the next task. Can you add one more task? Debug is the module.
Here itself.
Yes. Name. I would give name actually first. Yeah.
Or debug logs like that, or
Yeah. Anything. Yeah. It's just a reference, right? Anything. Yeah. Enter. And debug is the module.
okay.
And message. Enter. MSG. Enter. MSG. MSG is the sub parameter. Yeah. Colon.
Okay.
No. It should be exact. Yeah. The first one was right. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
And then space. So you don't know that output, right? It is a variable. The variable can be defined in the brackets actually.
Okay.
Double quotes, inside double quotes. Can you add 2 double quotes? Yeah. Can you add, open brackets actually? Yes. One more open bracket, space. Yeah. Copy that, register, because you don't have that register. That register will be generated once the task has been executed. That means it is a variable, right? You can get that
Okay.
Linux underscore output and paste it here. That Linux underscore, yes. Space, close the brackets. Yeah, save it and run it. You can run this one now in verbose mode, actually. Enter.
Vishnu, what is verbose mode, Vishnu?
You will see the output here itself, actually. You see that you will be seeing that output logs, right? When you run the playbook.
Okay.
Yeah, you see that these colors and everything. Can you decrease the font size up here a little bit actually? So we will see the best way. Little bit.
Is it fine?
Yeah, a little bit more. Can you decrease a little bit more? And can you rerun the playbook again? And we'll see. Yeah, now we are gonna see in a better way.
Vishnu?
Yeah, you will see the output of that log if you use verbose mode. Verbose mode is nothing but you will just put 1 dash and the 3 hyphens. You see that those are the modules, they've been updated, and this is the task. You see that service has been started and all those details. You see that these raw
Okay.
parameters. You see that sudo yum install Jenkins blah blah blah. Yeah. So if you go a little bit up, right, the first task. Can you
Okay.
go the first task? The first one, actually.
Yes.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, a little bit up. Go to the debug statement, actually.
This is the debug logs task.
Yeah, this is the debug statement. And this is the output from that register, actually. Whatever you have in that register, the whole output has been stored in this register, actually.
Okay.
Okay. Can you go a little bit up? This is the output. You have the copy of this output in that debug register.
Okay.
Okay. And that the output of each task will be a JSON. Okay. And you can get the data from JSON and you can pass the data to the next task actually. Okay. And
Okay.
I will show you. Priya, can you make me host actually? I can explain.
Yeah. Sure.
Vishnu, quick question.
Yes.
So if we repeatedly, I mean, like execute the playbook one more time, after, I mean, like, if we, I mean, like for the first time, if we run the playbook, it's gonna install the Jenkins, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So if we do it multiple times, does it not throw an error that is nothing to do or something like that, or it gonna run again?
So it will run again, but it won't install again. It will say, okay, it will say the color will tell you whether the playbook executed the task or not. If it is a green color, okay, nothing changed. It's already there. If it is a yellow color, okay, the Jenkins server has been installed. Jenkins has been installed. If it is a
So
red,
I mean, that's what, if I mean, like if you manually enter the Jenkins, install the Jenkins, it says nothing to do, right? If you do manually on one EC2. So
yes, yes.
by using the Ansible, does it won't show the error message that nothing to do or something like that, or just with the color we need to identify?
Yeah, that's the color we will identify.
Oh, okay.
Okay. It doesn't mean it's not, it is not installing the Jenkins means it is not throwing an error because the playbook doesn't fail. It passed. You write the right condition and your condition has been executed, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's what it means actually. I'm just trying to log into my AWS account so that I can share my screen actually. You guys can see my screen, right? No?
No, Vishnu.
Yeah. Okay. Give me 1 second actually. Yeah. Let me go here. Can you guys see my screen now?
Yeah, we can see.
Okay. Okay. Let me go to AWS Management Console. And no. EC2. I can create one EC2 instance and I can install. Okay. So let's write a simple, simple playbook actually. Why would I do, EC2, all those things? I have Ansible installed on this machine, my local computer, and I'll show you how to pass that, output actually. Okay. Where I'm running this playbook, the first thing, localhost. Okay, tasks. First task is, what is the first task? Print hello world. Hello world, whatever. Shell, or I can use a command module as well. Command module as well. Does the same
you
thing.
mentioned localhost, right? So you can you run on another EC2 instance if you have permissions from here?
So you need to. So the computer have every computer has a host file, right? The host file. So you should have the host file, and you should have all your inventory. Let's say I have a 10 database servers or 10 web hosts, right? I should have all the servers instance IPs and authentication details. How we authenticate using key pair, right? Baseline key pair. That key pair location, like path of that key pair and the instance details. I will show you just for I will show you in a minute.
Okay.
And we can run the playbook against that host file actually. Okay, then it is gonna run the playbook against that host actually.
Okay.
Yeah, and just a simple print echo hello world. Okay, hello world, and I would register this output to app output, whatever. This is just a name, you can give anything. Okay, app output. Now I want to see what exactly the output of that app output. I'm going to add simple debug server, debug task actually. Add a debug condition. Debug is a module. MSG, that is a subparameter, and this is a variable actually. So this is how we define the variables. I don't know the output of this app output, right? And what I'm gonna do, how do you go back in MacBook actually? So in Windows, you will use a Command Z, right? So app underscore output, and I will just add app underscore output here. Okay. Now let's run this playbook first and let's see what could be the output of this playbook. Ansible hyphen. If I use verbose mode, right? Verbose mode is nothing but this one, just adding 3 V's and 1. You could do 2 verbose mode as well. And .yaml, and we will see. Okay, so this is the studio lines. This is the JSON format output. Okay, let's run 3 verbose mode and we will see.
So Vishnu, what is the difference, Vishnu, that 2 V's and 3 V's?
Oh yeah, so with the first 2 V's, we got the one kind of, you see that this way output, we got the output this way. Okay, and the 3 verbose mode, we got the output like this way. You see that?
Okay.
That's the only difference. Like, you know, to see the logs, basically, you will see the logs basically. You see that? So in the std outlines, you will see hello world, right? You see that? Right?
Yeah.
But if you use 3 verbose mode, output is same. You see that? But I can see the better way. You know what I mean? That's the
got it. I got it.
So this is a JSON. You see that the open bracket and a closed bracket, and open bracket, and closed bracket, and this is open bracket, this is a closed bracket, and this is open bracket, and this is the open bracket, and the end, this is the closed bracket. This is a JSON basically. You don't need to remember all these things, but I want you to understand this is a JSON format. Okay, now I wanna capture this specific output. Okay, I want to capture only the specific output. What I need to do, I need to add this in the debug statement, my debug statement, I need to get only this std out lines, or I want to get only std out in order to print only this particular particular line, the output of this particular line in this JSON output. And let's see how does that looks like. Okay, and vim ec2, basically you are mapping the data. Okay, how you are mapping the data? Very simple. Once you see, like, you'll be, oh Vishnu, this is what you did. That's it. Std out, right? Std out underscore lines. Okay, we'll have that. Let's see what could be the output of this. What we see? Only allowable, right? You see that? The output. Let's say if I want to print only this date, right? What should I use? Can someone tell me?
Just that start.
Let's see. Is that work or not? Okay. the output dot, the register dot, basically the register dot start, and let's see. You see that this is the only one that we got. This is how they pass the details. Let's say I wanna, update the tag to the instance, but I don't know the instance ID. I have a lot of instances that out there with the same tag, and I want to update the tag. I want to get the instance ID. What we do? Get the facts, the gather facts, the whole facts of that instance, and capture that instance ID from the JSON output when you get the facts, and pass that instance ID in the next task, and update your uh, uh, update your tags in the next task. Simple. Okay. Add sample host file. Add your
Vishnu, that local host means our EC2 instance.
no, local host means by default Ansible runs on the local host. That means in this case my laptop, my MacBook is the local host.
Mhm.
Okay, basically that is the controller. Basically wherever what I'm saying, my playbook is run this playbook on the local host. If I have a different host, for example, database server or web server, different EC2 instance, I can tell my playbook to run the playbook against this EC2, against this specific host. Okay, and we will see that. Yeah.
Whatever the laptops we are using, that will be a local host.
Yeah. No. So the controller, wherever you are running the playbook, is the controller. Okay. And I did not specify any host to run this playbook. That means I did not specify any node. I don't have any node at the moment. Okay. I need to run this playbook against some nodes, but I don't have any nodes. Can you brief what exactly we are trying to do? Display the logs of our server. Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there, Raj. We'll get there. Okay, just give me 10 minutes. Okay, add your EC2 to a host file in Ansible. Okay, and let's see, putting EC2 instance IP inside a host file. Okay, let's see what this guy will say. Do you see that? So this is the host file, for example. This is the host file, etc Ansible hosts. Okay, let's go to etc Ansible hosts. Cat etc Ansible. Okay, cat etc Ansible. Okay, I don't have any Ansible. Okay, let's see, do I have anything? Okay, let me go here, which Ansible, user local bin Ansible. Okay, cat user local bin Ansible, Galaxy Docs. actually. Simple. Why am I doing all these things? Create a host file. Okay. Host file. Okay. Vim hosts. Okay. And for example, add web servers. Add web servers, right? And 112.2.3.6.4. For example, this is my EC2 instance IP. Okay, and what is how I'm connecting to that EC2 instance? For example, using my private key or key pair, right? What is my key pair? My home folder, something like this. Home folder, downloads. Okay, and baseline dot baseline key dot pem, right? For example, dot pm. Okay, and this is the key pair that I'm using to connect to this machine. Okay, for example, this is a raw file, and I need to look for the syntax, exact syntax actually. Okay, and I have this host file, and if I run this playbook right now, let's go to ec2.yaml. Okay, now I can run this playbook against the web server. Okay, and these tasks will be executed on the node. Where I have that node? I have that node on the host file. Where I'm running this from the place where I'm executing this playbook is a controller. That is the computer that I'm using. But these tasks will be executed on the nodes actually. And from where the nodes are coming? From this web server. This is the place where I have added all my web servers instances or all those details. But I do not have any web server and I do not have any instances, but I want to execute this specific two tasks, and I don't have any nodes at the moment. That's why I'm trying to execute that tasks on the local host. By default, it is a local host. But when you configure your host file, you are going to run your playbook against that host file. Does that make sense actually? Did I answer your question, Naresh, actually?
Yes, yeah, makes sense.
Okay, yeah. So they have a default file called Ansible etc Ansible hosts. That's where it should have, but I'm not sure where this Ansible installed on this machine, and it is going to be a little bit troubleshooting thing. But by default, right, this is the place that where you should have your host file actually. This is a etc host, etc Ansible hosts, and add your nodes, something like this. Let's say green.example.com. This is your DNS, right? And this DNS has maybe these two servers or another 2, 3, 4 servers or whatever servers, right? When you execute your playbook against you could execute your playbook against something like this. You see that web servers, and these are the DNS for these two servers. When you run the playbook against these web servers, these two are the nodes actually. The playbook is gonna run on these two nodes. And remember one thing, you don't need to have Ansible installed on the nodes, but you should have Ansible installed on the controller. Okay, this is a client node architecture only, controller node architecture only. You don't need to install Ansible on the nodes. Remember, this is this is very important. And you should have Ansible installed on the controller. And if you are using 2.9 till 2.9, you should have a Python installed. Okay, each module has a specific requirement, whatever the requirement that module needs, and you will get that requirement from the documentation. Let's say I want to use EC2 module, EC2 Ansible module, right? EC2 Ansible module. And what I will do, I will go to that EC2 Ansible documentation, right? And I can go to that, okay. These are the two requirements. So Python minimum 2.6 should be installed and Boto should be installed. This is the Ansible 2.3, Ansible 2.3. But we should, right now, the 90% of the companies, they are using Ansible 2.9. 2.3 is like a far away. But what we will do, we will look for the 2.9. Example that I'm giving, you know, if you are using shell module, I don't think I should have installed anything. I guess maybe we can try that. We can, let me see. You see that? So these are the prerequisites. Python 2.6 and a Boto should be installed in order to use this EC2 module. And these are the parameters that will come under this EC2 module. These are all parameters, okay? There are some mandatory parameters. There are some optional parameters, okay? Let's say, you know, I wanna use some instance tags or instance IDs, right? Instance tags, but this is not mandatory. You are creating an instance means it's not necessary that you should have a tags for that instance, right? This is the optional, you know, things like that. Okay, and these are all the possible parameters for the EC2 module. What not, you can name it. Every module that you get, you will get the parameters table for that module in their documentation, and you will have the sample script in their documentation as well. All you need to do just to get the sample script here and replace your value. That's it. Okay, let's do shell module. What are the requirements for shell module? Shell module Ansible. Should I have Python installed in the shell module Ansible? I don't know. Let's see. Okay, let's go to 2.9. I don't even have any requirements. You see that I don't think I need to install Python in order to, you know, run any shell modules, I guess. You see that there is no requirement. Okay, that's how you need to, you know, work with this Ansible. It's very simple, very easy, very straightforward, and a very helpful and a very powerful. A lot of the companies are using right now, and guess what? This is one of the high-paying jobs actually in the DevOps culture. Actually, Ansible developers, they get a lot of money, $85–90 an hour. You know, like US citizens, they don't think that's a lot of money, but it is a lot of money. $85 an hour is a lot of money. So I'm just giving you an example. Is anybody, you know, understand what exactly we are trying to do here? Raj, did I answer your question actually?
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions from anybody? Sharad, are you clear?
Yeah, Vishnu, as of now, okay.
Okay. Priya?
Yes, Vishnu. It's clear, but like Ansible is also a like infrastructure as code kind of thing, right? So as a cloud formation also, right?
Yes.
So using cloud formation also, we are creating instances using template, and using Lambda functions also, we are starting and stopping the instances. So we can use Ansible also to do the tasks. So which is when to use and which is better, Vishnu?
That's a very good question actually. Let's say the company you are going to join, they will work with Ansible, for example, but they don't use a cloud formation, right? For example, and you will have to write an Ansible playbook to stop and start the instances, and they don't use Ansible, they use Lambda. You would have to configure a Lambda function to stop and start the instances, and they don't use Lambda and they don't use Ansible, they will use cloud formation. You should adapt their technology, you know, to do whatever they want you to do. You know what I mean? The reason I am telling all these things, because there is a possibility, like very good probability, I can say, most of the companies can use any one of these actually. So if they will want you to, you know, work on the specific Ansible, you could work on that Ansible. They want you to work on the cloud formation, you could, you know, you already well enough trained, so you can go there and you will try to, you know, understand. What you will be doing is you will be learning only cloud formation only. How long you need? Like you're going to need a day. Not more than that, I guess, right? You understood what exactly happening. You understood the stages inside a script, and you understood how packages will be installed, and you got everything that you need. All you need to do, just get the logic, get the module, get the parameters, get those values from the manager or whoever is creating that Jira ticket, and update the tickets and run the playbook. That's it. And you're gonna need maybe day or two. That's it.
Okay. Yeah.
Did I answer your question, Priya? Actually,
Yeah. Yes, Vishnu. Got it.
yeah, because everything can do the job actually. So we don't know what to use and when to use. They will expect like the where you said you've been using multiple things, right? Like what all those things that you're using for. And what I would say, hey, I've been supporting multiple applications actually. So one application team, and they work with the cloud formation, and they want us to work with the cloud formation, and I did implement cloud formation templates for that customer, specific customer that I've been working on. And one of the customers, they want implement an automation playbook to build the images, baseline images, and to build the to install the prerequisites. How we install the prerequisites using Ansible? Just a shell module, that's it, right? Let's say Java is the prerequisite for Jenkins. What we did, we used a shell module to install Java. That's it. That's what we are going to say actually. Let me stop recording.
Vishnu, I have one doubt. So we are